Holy Prophet ﷺ saying, religion, it is advice. The prophets, they give advice. The sheikhs of an Naqshbandi order, they say, with adab, they say, prophets, they give advice. We are not prophets. We give sohbat. We give sohbat. We don't give advice. Today, everyone is giving advice, especially on the internet, making more and more confusion. No one is knowing what they have. No one is knowing what others have. No one is looking at the situation. No one is looking at the knowledge that they have, and most importantly, the permission and the authority whether to say or not. Because we have been told, you must read everything. Isn't that the first ayat of the Quran al-Karim? Read. So we have to read everything. We have to collect everything. We go to school to collect as much knowledge as possible. There are different kinds of adab, and there are different kinds of knowledge. There is a low-level kind of knowledge, and there is a high knowledge. Which one you're looking for? If you're looking for low-level knowledge, you may find. If you're looking for higher-level knowledge, you will find. In both these areas, low and high, zahir or batin, secular or spiritual, there's always an isnad. There's always a chain of teachers that pass that knowledge to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. Well, you think only the prophets and the tariqas they have isnad? Dajjal have an isnad too. Nothing is left to chance. They put everything properly. They plan. Allah is saying they plan. Allah's plan is better, of course, but they are planning. They are still thinking there is a big chance that they're going to win. Although all the signs are saying it is not, they say no, it is. And so, the sohbat association like this, one person speaks, that knowledge has been given to him, authority has been given to him, and the order is saying, you speak. The adab of a sohbat is they speak, no one is interrupting. Just like, you know, in school, when you're listening to lecture in the university, they don't entertain too much questions. That is tutorial, that is class. You have to sit and you have to listen. Then you have to learn how to listen. Knowledge. The knowledge is the end point. The beginning point is yourself. How you're preparing yourself to receive that knowledge. This is key, because if you are not clean, if you don't believe that you are dirty, if you are not clean, then whatever knowledge that you put inside of you, even if it's clean knowledge, it will turn dirty. What is this? We're not talking physical dirty, it's okay, like this or like that. You may wash it. But we're talking about spiritual sickness. We're talking about people who are aware of the dangers of the ego, the nafs that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created, that has that power to challenge Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent shaitan to us in this dunya with desires. These four enemies, not even the angels, they can carry this. They cannot carry this. They tried. They were thinking, why Allah is creating mankind? Who's just doing nothing but bloodshed. That is the knowledge according to them. That is the knowledge that Allah gave to them. But there is a knower above every knower. Today's people think, I'm the one who knows. I read a couple of hadiths, couple of ayats, couple of sohbat, I know. Start giving. It is very dangerous. Because if there is no permission, you are like that person who is reading a couple of medical books. Because you make so many trips to the pharmacy, you think that you're a doctor and you start cutting people up. to operate on them, disaster will happen. So, read. But what is it that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to the Prophet ﷺ? And Prophet ﷺ says, I don't know how to read. It's not that reading. Hazrat Jibreel ﷺ did not come to bring a book to say to the Prophet, read. Now, he squeezed the Prophet ﷺ. He squeezed really hard. He transmit that divine knowledge that is coming. And then he says, read. Prophet says, one more time, I don't know how to read. One more squeeze, one more transmission. Third time, transmission, and Prophet understood. Now that's the Jibreel alayhi salam is saying the words of your Lord. Read in the name of your Lord. Don't read in the name of your ego. Don't read in the name of your family, your ideology, your race, your nationality. Read in the name of your Lord. Prophet came to destroy tribalism. Who is this Lord? What is this Lord? The Lord who created you. Because this is something that is very special. Because in the Jahiliyyah times, people don't believe they're going to come back after the dead. Just like today, majority of people, they say, we're not going to come back. We're not going to come back. We just live and we die and then we turn to dust. That's it. Same. This is the second Jahiliyyah. Same. But everyone is going to return. Everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created, He's going to raise back on the day of judgment again to ask for questions. Even the sun, the moon, the earth. The ram with one horn is going to ask for his rights from the ram with two horns that they are fighting. That is a waiting station. And then you begin in that world to return to your Lord. You start having another journey. That's not the end. That's the beginning of another journey. Understanding now created us from a clot of blood. What is blood in Islam? Najis. There is najis. Which is why Imam Rabbani is saying to the Mughal sultans, say, don't forget, he was giving sohbats to them, writing letters, warning them, the sultans. Don't forget that you are coming from dirtiness through dirtiness and you're going to be dirty. Never forget that. So saying, stop thinking you are Lord. Don't think you are Lord. You're living today, you're the only one who live, and you're going to live forever. Billions, trillions came, more is going to come. So, the Prophet ﷺ, he came to teach all of mankind to read. Read what is in your heart. This is the meaning. Because your heart, it is a throne of Allah. Read what is there. Is your Lord there? Or are you there? Or your desires? Or your ego? To read. And this is a way, Allah saying, we send Sharia to everyone and the Tariqah to everyone. So for those ones that they're thinking a little, not Arab or Ajam, Muslim or not, they're thinking, because Allah is describing these type of people in the Quran Karim. He didn't describe their race or their color. He says these are men of understanding, because they think. They're putting two and two together. And he says, now start thinking. Who are you? Where you came from? Where are you going to go? Who is that one who created you? What does He want from you? He's asking you to return to Him. What does that return mean? In His presence, nothing exists except Him. You cannot exist in His presence. Only He exists. The sohbat, even learning how to sit and learning how to listen. Of course, we are taking all from the awliya Allah and the Sahabi Kiram through 1400 years of the Naqshbandi tradition. How were the Sahabis sitting, listening to their Shaykh, their Prophet? They were sitting so still, the unbelievers are describing, saying a bird may come and hop on their head and they're not going to move. Meaning now they're learning how to listen. Because a sohbat, it is a heavenly gathering. It is a holy gathering. We're not gathering here to talk about our desires or to talk about this dunya. So it comes with rahmat, and there is an adab to receive that rahmat. So, slowly, what happens in a sohbat, when that channel is open, every cell in your body starts to change. Your thinking starts to change. Your seeing, your senses, your psychology starts to change. As much as you're putting adab and you're opening yourself. If you don't open yourself to that, if you're not having the proper adab, you can sit so still, people are thinking, mashallah, he has good adab, but his heart is not there. Circling somewhere else. Doesn't want to be there. Think we don't know. You can be doing that, mashallah, you look like you have full adab. You can be sitting there for 40 years. You're not going to take one step in tariqat. Because now to sit in that association, you are learning first how to disappear. How to disappear. You're learning how to die. You're learning not to declare your existence. Every sohbat that is given, there is at least 7 levels. Don't think the sohbat is just going to affect you by what we're speaking. Logically, other things are happening to people. Because it's not just a small gathering, there are others gathering as well. And they are looking at your sincerity. What is sincerity? That you want to change. You honestly want to change to become better. You are not just coming, like Shaykh Effendi said, to tariqat because you have nothing better to do. Because you tried everything else and you're bored with the world and then you enter. Let's see how they can entertain me. Or entering into tariqat to learn the worlds and the other worlds, but you have not even discovered the endless world of yourself as an ummah of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. When everything in existence is contained in him, you are following him. What do you think? Are you understanding? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, be with the salihin, be with the righteous. He did not say be righteous, he said be with the righteous. Because through the sohbat, you become a sahabi. Those ones who are burying their children, through constant sohbat with the Holy Prophet ﷺ, things start changing. Their hearts start turning. Of course, Allah is a turner of hearts. But you have to be awake. You have to be watching. You have to be paying attention. And you have to want to change. If you don't want any of this, 40 prophets coming down from the paradise will not change your mind. Nothing. There were people who were once, they were Sahabis, and they dropped off. They became worse. It's not the fault of the Prophet ﷺ. Some became Christians. They left the religion completely. Some in front of him, they say, yes, we believe in you. Later, they declare themselves prophets. Don't think that we are better than them. Our ego has the same capacity. Everything that we're watching, it is a lesson for us. You have to think. This is what it is. This is tafakkur. This is tafakkur, however you want to name it. Tafakkur, muraqabah. Doesn't matter. You're pulling yourself and you're looking at yourself. The way that you are going to be looked at on the day of judgment by the angels in front of all of creation. You're looking at yourself. Holy Prophet ﷺ says, 1 hour of meditation, it is better than 70 years of worship. It is better than 70 years of worship. To have just 1 hour to sit and to understand yourself. What did I do? Where did I go? What did I say? Was this for the sake of Allah or not? Or was this the sake of my ego? Did I pass through everything just in ghaflat? I woke up like a robot, and then I go to sleep like a robot. These are not characteristics of mu'mins. You say, I want to change. Then be around those. Like Allah is saying, be with the salihin. It is up to you too. You are with the salihin, with the righteous, but you don't want to change. You can be with them 100 years. You will never change. All, again, is according to you. You are the one who's going to open that. And you start watching. You start observing. You start putting things together. You're saying, why is the Shaykh doing this like this? Why in this situation he says like this? Why in this situation he says like that? You don't just blindly, just accepting. Understand? You are thinking not to rebel, but you're trying to understand the secret. Why? Asking yourself without asking him. So easy, just say, why are you doing that? Why this? In tariqat, why is forbidden? You ask yourself that. So more you are thinking and coming together, to be in the sohbet, your heart starts opening. You will know how to move, when to move, according to who. Especially in this way, the training is knock you wall to wall if you don't understand. Because you should understand this already, every one of us. We are very weak ones. We're not claiming to be anything, but we're asking our Lord to keep us together with the strong ones, so that we will be strong dunya and akhirat. Don't insist on your own ego. Don't insist on your own ego. You're following a shaykh. Follow. Don't put yourself in front. You cannot say more. People are going to misunderstand. وَمِنَ اللَّهِ تَوْفِيقَ الْفَاتِحَةِ. Amen. Assalamu alaikum.